season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This is taken just shy of the 10. Out come the Commanders to begin their first series, and they'll be led by a fifth-round rookie out of UNC, Sam Howell.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And now a hit and a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
First down, here's Mitchell. And down to the 41.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season.
will step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's a toss right side of Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Niners at 11-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We'll start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, and then they drilled him.
From just shy of midfield,
Lance. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line.
Now Lance again. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 44 yards.
And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. He'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on those butts.
Now Howell. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. These two teams all tied after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one down the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Trey Lance and the Niners back onto the field. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Now a play fake. Lance.
They'll roll him out right.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They run over center with Mitchell.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And now they'll throw with Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9.
Lance. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Able to connect with Dotson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
It's Howell with another throw.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. 2nd down and 3. The Lance going to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Lance looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Throwing is Lance on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broad. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Let's go. Faster. Steal. Check, steal.
On play action, Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Hurry. Ready?
A give here to Mitchell. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the 49ers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Ready?
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd and goal, Lance under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here's Lance.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip some.
Oh, and a bad throw there, it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Another run with Mitchell.
Ooh, the juke. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Second and 11 now. To throw, it's Lance.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
This is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
They'll run with Gibson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
One more time with Gibson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Antonio Gibson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
That'll put them up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lance now to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mitchell again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here we go.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Foul to the air on 1st and 10.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd down. Howell now.
And Thomas has it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Howell. Gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Here we go.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Right back to Mitchell here.
Room here to run. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Come on, set.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field.
my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just laying you